I'm so happy right now.
Anyway, let's do
I'm
Chuckle
so happy
sandwich.
right now. You know why, Schlatt? Is because
he's here.
Is because my friend,
Best at this point.
maybe even my best friend. I mean, who knows? He's fighting for the position of my basketball buddy. Hasan Piker is here.
What's up, everybody?
You got anything silly to say? Something else? Just say something really out there.
I'm here to defend your honor.
Oh, now that is something that I'm excited to hear. I'm
here to defend your honor. I'm a cool dude. It's chill to be friends with me.
I'm just going to throw it out there. I don't think you talk about Ted Nivison nearly as much as he talks about you and the things you do together.
I think you're wrong because you're not watching in the morning when I'm first introducing what I've done throughout the day before I start.
Really?
Before
you
I
say
start the stream.
I played ball with my friend. Yeah. Some may say best friend Ted Nivison.
I say I'm balling with my boy Ted Nivison.
I'm his boy.
every time we ball.
This feels like a victory that I have needed on this podcast for a while. I have been beaten down and slapped around by my previous best friend. His name is Tucker. It's like every time I get on set, it's like his lips are wet, ready to suckle on the teat that is Jay Schlatt. And I'm just looking for a victory here now.
You want? I'll take it one step further.
Okay.
I have on right now what I call a Ted Nivison fit.
What?
Because the new Ted Nivison, you got the carpenter denim today.
You
got like a cool graphic tee, but usually
I got the Dracula flow tee
likes
on.
his shirts.
This is a very Ted Nivison fit.
Hell yeah. We got Hasan here. Welcome to Chuckle Sandwich.
I'm honored to be here, guys. I was very upset that you guys did Chuckle Week last time and I was not invited.
This has been a long time coming. It's pretty much like before even we were in our basketball routine. Hasan, every time I would see you, you'd be like, it would be something on like, it'd be like, I'm just feeling a little bit offended, Ted. I'm like, you'd like come to me in like confidence. You'd be like, Ted, I'm just feeling a little sad. I'm like, what's wrong, Hasan? You'd be like,
you're getting kind of mocked here, not gonna lie. I think I have like a shorter upper body. I've noticed that as well. But also I was like really snug on that couch because we are all the same height, give or take. But it's weird that I look like a child.
You just haven't had me on Chuckle Sandwich just by myself,
Really?
Because we had both you and Will Neff together on in the first Chuckle Sandwich,
and then you invited him back alone, and you did not invite me back, which made me feel some type of way for understandable reasons.
You're controversial, man.
You're
controversial. Yes, I can think of a couple things you've said.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Last time I racked my brain, I got nothing on my record.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
And Ted, he's as clean as they get. I'm worried about him hanging out with you.
Listen,
you getting your grubby little hands on him.
Yeah, he just starts talking about like geopolitical issues.
He brought me on his stream one time and he had me wear this giant "Make America Great Again" hat.
Oh yeah, I did.
Really?
Do that.
Yeah, it was a giant like cowboy. I don't even know, where did you even get that? Was that sent to you?
That was I think Ethan bought it for H3H3.
Oh, okay.
And then I just kind of took it home with me because I was like, I really like this.
I need something to show for this.
Yeah, exactly.
When I was in college, I had this Reagan Bush 84 shirt. Killer logo.
I have
logo.
I have the hat.
Tucker, look this up. The Reagan Bush campaign in 84, phenomenal branding.
Yeah.
They still sell shirts with that logo on it because it just,
it's perfect.
I wore that around college campus one day. One of the old professors looked at me and said, that's very brave of you.
He said
I was like, oh, thank you. Yeah.
Was the college you went to, was that like a particularly liberal school?
Aren't all colleges?
That's like every college these days.
That's fair. What's the have you've gone to schools a lot?
Yeah, I was at USC giving a speech this past Monday.
Yeah, and rumor has it a lot of people didn't want you there.
Yeah, I got 27,000 letters sent to USC to stop me from speaking.
Yeah,
on campus,
like physical. Like
I think it was like
postage?
I think it was like an email campaign. But that's how they presented it.
Yeah.
They say it's like a letter writing
like
campaign.
a mountain of actual postmarked letters.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. Someone's
It's like
licking.
the stencil cutouts.
Yeah.
Don't let him on.
One guy licked 27,000 stamps.
Wow. USC receives 20K letters protesting Hasan's talk on campus. Who do you think was leading the charge there? Who do you think was leading the charge there?
I know who was leading the charge. It was a Zionist group, like pro-Israel group that was like, this guy is really bad news. Like, don't let him on. One of the funniest aspects of it, though, was they said I got banned off Twitch for saying racial slurs, which is true.
Well, did you?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
he said cracker.
Yeah. That was the racial slur. So they didn't put the racial slur that I said. So they tried to make it seem like I was like right wing, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
And everyone was like
you just busted out with like the N word.
yeah, everyone, I mean, luckily the professor was a fan. Can we go back to the Daily Show? What the hell? I was enjoying that. I'll take a week off, 20-month subscriber. You're fucking annoying. And was like, no, this is not happening. Yeah, it is cool though. It is, college campus is too woke. Too woke for me.
So how many colleges have you visited?
Not a lot. I mean, I've been to Ann Arbor, University of Michigan. I've been to a bunch.
Which one would you say is the most conservative leaning? Or were they all just liberal at the
They're all
ass?
liberal. They're all liberal.
I think it's entirely dependent on the department, because like every college campus has like very, very conservative departments.
Right.
Specifically like finance or business. Like usually you're gonna get a lot of right-wing guys there.
Surely they're just fiscally conservative and socially liberal.
Sometimes, but like the more STEM you go to, the more like they become socially conservative as well. At least like amongst the teachers and whatnot, there's a lot of that. So I always thought it was funny when people are like, oh, dude, college campus is so liberal.
Yeah.
It's like when I would go, it's like me if I went to a Minecraft server.
Yeah.
People flip out. They say, no, we can't have you on this Minecraft server.
Really? Because what is that happening?
27,000 tweets come pouring in, kick him off.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see what we're referencing right now. Yeah.
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 But I cleaned my image up.
Yeah. No, you're a clean boy now. Yeah. You just, if anything, you're probably the most out there shit you say is on this podcast.
Yeah, because no one fucking watches that.
Not after this episode, bro.
Here's something I want to talk to you about that I can bring up right now, and I'm going to say, how the fuck are you doing this and not getting tired? Because I know what your schedule is like when we play basketball, me and my friend Hasan who play basketball, because I'll show up there at like 9:15. You've already been there since like 8:30 in the morning.
Yep.
When do you show up? Like 8 or 8:30?
8 or around 8:30. If
There
I'm
was a
feeling little
period.
frisky that
There was
day.
a period where your shit breaks made it so you were coming around the same time as me.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, this is normal. I'll come at 9. Now suddenly it shows up at 8:15. I'm like, fuck, I'm late. But either way, we play a full thing of basketball. We're tired. He's out of there at 10. He is on stream by 11.
Yeah.
And then you stream for 8 hours, and then you do it again the next day. And I'm sitting here, and I play basketball all the time. I'm tired. I'm miserable. I drive home. I'm sweating. I get to my apartment, and I like go upstairs. I'm shitting for 45 minutes. I'm in the shower for 45 minutes. I'm laying in my bed being like, what am I going to do today for 45 minutes? Like, how are you doing that?
Adderall?
No, it's just I run on a shit ton of caffeine and nicotine. That's number one. And then number two is I'm so brain broken. Like I really do love talking about politics. So
Wow.
it's not an issue for me at all. Like I'm so used to that schedule. As a matter of fact, like I took this day off so I could do the Chuckle Sandwich podcast. That's how much I care about this podcast.
I'm honored. Yeah.
Yeah. And my friend Ted,
Yes.
care about him a lot.
Yes.
wanted to show up for it.
Yes, dude.
Yeah, you see that? You hear that?
Yeah.
I'm here to defend his honor.
Here's another thing we
okay?
need to cover with that, by the way. And Tucker, you can say your theory.
What?
Say your theory.
Oh, well, Hasan mentioned that you're wearing the Ted fit.
Yeah.
Because we kind of broke this theory the other day. Ted is in his fashion era.
Oh yeah, he is.
And it kind of lined up right when you guys really started hanging out. So I was like, wait, you had the rings. I was like, I think this is just Hasan's fashion that Ted's starting to wear.
Well, he looks good.
I think
Okay, that's not the point. The point isn't if it's good or not. It's just where did it originate?
And I don't think it originated with you at all. We've barely talked about fashion, really. It's really like I'll see
You
you
didn't
at
have
a
to
party.
talk about
No,
it.
but what will happen is I'll see him at a party. I remember this happening. I think it was like it must have been like Brooke's birthday party or something like that.
Yeah.
And you showed up and I had a honestly pretty similar fit to this.
Yeah.
And you showed up and you were like, "That's a good fit. That's a good fit." And I felt really good about that. But it's not like I'm like looking at Hasan and I'm like, how do I make my fit
Your
work just
subconscious
like Hasan?
is
No,
doing
because
that for
Hasan will wear outfits that I would never think of, nor would I have the confidence
Exactly. Homies up each other's game, dude. Yeah, he's wearing a Dracula shirt.
to wear. And then that's not a bad thing. It's just I think it's different. I think that we can tell the people I entered my fashion era a little bit separately.
I'm just tired of my friends
You call
looking perfectly normal
you call me a bimbo.
and then changing into this flanderized version of themselves. Flanderized.
Like Ned
Flanderized.
Flanders?
I don't know where it comes from.
Yeah.
It's like like what they did to Slimesicle?
Yeah, but I don't know what they did to him.
They turned him into a bimbo.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Like
Yeah.
that porno where it's like that image where the girl with like all the textbooks, she sees a heel on the
I don't
floor.
think that's a porno. That's a meme.
She puts, well, I'm sure some people jerk off to it.
That does.
You're like Justin's been very porn brained lately. He's like anything that involves like even the image of a woman is a porno. Like,
She
that's
picks up
not
a
a-
heel or
that's
something.
a porno, isn't it?
Schlatt, that's not a porno.
People are jerking off to that. You're not telling me people aren't jerking off to that.
People are. People. Who's people right now? That's the question.
Where'd it
Like,
go?
You look at that, you go, yowza, that's a woman.
Yeah,
Is
it's
that what
like
you...
the original was the opposite, but it's a woman who's studious. She's looking at her book. She's like, "Why am I holding this book?" She drops. She's like, "Oops, bimbo time."
I think the earliest version of this is like the 90s rom-com where like the girl, the secretary, like takes off her glasses and all of a sudden she's hot.
Yeah. And honestly, you could also respond to the headline here of the Michigan Daily where it says bimbofication is a revolutionary act.
Bro, people write too much.
As a
they gotta
revolutionary,
stop
Hasan,
writing. They gotta stop writing.
Would you say that that's correct?
Bimbofication is a revolutionary act. I mean, I guess it's like self-acceptance, maybe. That's like probably the angle that they're going.
I think society's been holding my bimbo down.
Yeah.
And I think it's time to get bimboed up.
But he's aesthetic as hell. Like he has like
Oh, they both
These
look good. They both are objectively good looking.
Yeah, honestly, the last two replies that Hasan has, like he's replied to the last two stories of my apartment, and both times he has said aesthetic, and that's it.
Yeah.
and I'm starting to realize the pattern.
Yeah, I mean it's true though. You got like cool artwork that you place in like a cool way. Like
Yeah,
that's the type of apartment that you go into and you're like, damn,
Yes.
this guy's on Pinterest.
You should see my
yeah.
place.
He knows
Fuck
what's
yeah.
He
up.
gets all his furniture ideas from me.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, hold on. I got one yesterday from you.
And I sent you the link. You bought it without even looking at it.
Well, yeah, because
You're
did
like, what's that shelf that you have behind your couch?
Well, because you
I sent it to him. He's like, 10 seconds later, bought it.
Well, because I needed furniture. You busted out the fucking tape measure. You measured it for me. You basically did all the work for me. And I was
I
like,
did.
okay. He really wanted me to get it.
I like interior design. I don't really care as much about fashion. This is a $1.60.
I like your
Gildan.
shorts though. They're
Yeah,
sick.
I like my shorts, but like the shirt is just Gildan. This is a $1 shirt. I don't
Gildan
even
heavyweight.
the 5,000 heavy cotton. When it's dirty, sometimes I'll just throw them out.
No, I respect that. I mean,
And buy new
I'm
ones.
doing that right now. This is Amazon. Like
Amazon.
I bought this on Amazon. I don't even know what brand. It's like
It's
one of those
probably
like
like 5 all capital letter.
Yeah, that looks
it
nicer than
doesn't
an
even
Amazon
make sense.
it's like it's like Xiaogua, but then you're like, what the fuck is this brand? Like I don't even know what it is. It's probably like a ripoff of like I assume like a $300 tank top that that are making in the same factory, but with almost the exact same materials. Because like, how much variety can you get out of a fucking tank top?
Just one of them's white label and it says that it's made in Portugal instead of Vietnam.
So yeah, no, I do that too for sure. Like I don't think there's any need for. You just gotta have some pieces that complement one.
I don't like pieces though. That's my thing.
You don't like this? This was new.
No,
this is a new thing
pieces.
for me this year. I mean, really, like since January, I started wearing the rings.
I've tried with watches. I can't get into watches. I can't.
Some conversations are not necessary to record, bro. Dog, you just destroyed the entirety of the podcasting business with one statement. How could you say such a brave thing?
Definitely not. I'm definitely not doing rings. Yeah. Bracelets just feel strange to me.
I'm not a watch guy at all. I don't really. I mean, it's fine. Like I get it.
You're an Apple Watch guy.
Yeah, I have an Apple Watch, but that's only for like fitness related reasons. Like I'll meticulously track the amount of calories.
The Ultra.
I don't know. Here's the thing, though. I don't know how accurate it is because we had a friend that was
mountaineering.
Do you know how accurate that is? Because we had a friend that was working on his car.
Yeah, he said he burned like 3,000 calories, but he's out of shape. So is it like skewed because of heart rate?
How long did he work on the car for?
I don't know, a few hours. But if like a heavy person or an out of shape person goes up the stairs, and so does a light person that weighs the same, or not a light person, in shape person, one of them's out of breath, one isn't.
Yeah, the person that's out of breath is most likely like they're demonstrating fatigue higher, so they're probably like the watch tracks it off of your heart rate.
Yeah.
So obviously it's not like 100%, but I just use it as like a good, like I use it as a good estimate for the most part. I don't really, I'm not like, oh, I burned 1,000 calories. Now I can have 1,000 calories of food or anything like that.
That's how I do it.
Yeah, that's not how you're supposed to do it.
Oh yeah, but don't you love breaking even though? And it's like, oh, I can get a little sloppy.
No,
I can get a little sloppy. I can order Chris and Eddie's.
I found out today that our city police force is their own podcast. That's insane. That should be illegal. Oh my God, cops are so bored. They get paid so much. That's so annoying. They get paid so goddamn much and they have too much goddamn time on their hands. They should be solving crimes. Why are they not solving crimes? Instead of solving crimes, they're contributing to crime by doing a podcast, which is a crime. It should be a crime. What is Chris and Eddie?
It's a burger place. It's delicious.
I bet.
When was the last time you had a burger? When was the last time you had something you enjoyed?
I enjoy food all the time. I actually recently I've been looking for a Japanese curry place in LA that is like as
katsu?
close to like Japanese curry in Japan, and I found it. I'm gonna gatekeep it though. Sorry, Chuckle Sandwich audience.
Sometimes I'll like say 10 prayers and then jerk off.
What? To lose weight? Like what?
No, because like you were saying, like you eat, like you burn 1,000 calories and then you eat something nice.
Oh, it's like religious debt.
Yeah.
Don't. Yeah.
Oh, I see what's going on.
Yeah, because you burn 1,000 calories and you eat it.
I thought you were just saying that.
Whatever the fuck.
I thought you were just saying. I thought you just had a moment where you're like, we're not talking about me jerking off enough. I gotta fucking say this.
No, that's what I thought.
Yeah. It came out of
this was relevant.
Yeah, no, I understand the relevancy.
Yeah.
We unpacked that well.
It's God debt. I get it.
It's God debt.
Yeah, it's good.
God debt.
Yeah. You're not Catholic?
I'm Catholic.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you are Catholic.
This is a Catholic podcast.
Then you don't even need to, bro. You don't even need to like say prayers. I thought
You
just
need
go to the
to
priest.
accept them.
Yeah, I thought you just go to the priest and you're like, sorry, Father, I have sinned. Like I jerked off. Have you guys done? Do you do confessions? Have you done?
Yeah.
I haven't done confessions in so long that I actually got denied communion at the funeral of my aunt. Actually,
Wait, really?
So I've told this story on the podcast before, but basically it was a funeral at a Catholic church from my aunt who had died this spring. And there was an option to go up and take communion, and I hadn't done it in a while, but I've gotten confirmed and stuff with the Catholic Church. So I was like, all right, man, it's getting buried and stuff. I should do this. It's a respectful thing to do. I go up there, and there's a process when you go and get communion where
you say amen. That's the process.
Okay, yeah.
You go up there.
Fuck the story
you
up for
get
me,
the
Schlatt.
bread.
That's great. Thank you.
You get the bread and you say amen.
Okay. Basically, we're waiting in line, and people are saying something. He's saying something. The priest is saying something, and they're saying something back. And I'm like, holy shit, I don't know what I'm actually supposed to say. And I'm like trying to listen, and I'm leaning in kind of behind. I'm like getting up behind my godfather, and I'm like trying to, like hear what he's saying.
That's crazy that they just like cook
Guy,
you. They lapse your coverage like a fucking healthcare CEO. When you don't when you're in prayer debt.
Comes up to him. He goes, the body and blood of Christ. And I say, thanks be to Jesus. And the guy looks back at me and he's like, and I go and I try to reach, because they're supposed to place it in your hand. I go and reach for it. I reached for it. And he holds it back from me, the little piece of bread, communion bread. And he's like, have you received before? And I was like, it's been a while. And then he puts it back in the chalice and covers it with his hand. And he says, like, may the Lord be with you. And I'm like, okay. And I walk away, and I got denied communion. This guy was a piece of shit, though. He was balding. He looked like he looked
That's
like
no way to speak of a priest.
Well, I know, but
He
I'm
could
just
do
now
something
we know.
terrible to
There are
you.
beautiful balding people, but this guy was balding in a negative way. Like he was balding because he had sinned, or something. And he was like evil looking, and he was like egotistical, the fact that he was a priest. Like he was like, this is my show. They didn't even, they also,
Balding in an evil way.
Wait, he only let us do one because of like for time. And it was like our family member's dead.
It says if you're denied communion in the Catholic Church, maybe because you are not in a state of grace or because you have committed a serious sin. And
That's the Google AI overview.
Wait a minute. It says grave sin or excommunication.
Okay, he's not a clairvoyant. It's not like he looked into my eyes and saw me kill a kid. Like it's just
He
that
saw you watching Kimmy Granger.
I just didn't say the password. I just didn't say the right
Amen?
password. Yes.
Amen.
Yes.
It feels
the
like
most popular word at the entire service.
Okay, listen, man. I thought it was a little bit more complicated because then they've got other monologues.
Wait,
you
can
gotta
you go
say.
back to that previous one? There was something I wanted to read there. It is a penalty imposed for very serious matters such as apostasy, desecrating the Eucharist.
I'm not shitting on
Did
the
you
Eucharist.
desecrate the Eucharist?
No, I didn't. I'm not.
Basically,
I'm not. No feces
you
on the
basically
Eucharist.
did by trying to accept.
Dude, I love Catholicism so much. It's so metal. It is like, out of all the religions, it's the most metal religion of all time. It's simultaneously the gayest and the most metal of the religions. Bro, they literally have pieces of human bodies, okay, that they ship out to individual churches around the planet. Okay? They literally are just like, this is the finger bone of a famous deity, a saint. How insane is that, dude? It's a fucking psycho. You're drinking the body of Christ. It is Jujutsu Kaisen ass bullshit, dude. It's awesome. It's so sick. They are relics and they're dope, bro. Come on. No, I'm saying it's dope. Yeah. Motherfuckers travel to go see skulls of like previous saints. You know what I mean? It's awesome. Like, imagine you're just staring at the dome of a dude. You're like, that's a dude who lived, and this is his dome.
When you were unfit.
Listen, okay, it's.
I love getting a normie audience whenever I cover like news that's popping off, because they're just like so shocked when I do like the most normal Twitch streamer thing. And they go, why are you watching yourself? Why are we watching you react to yourself? Like, what the fuck? And it's like, dude, you know that it's weird. On this platform that I'm on, what I do is weird. This is the least weird thing that I'm doing. Okay? A Twitch streamer reacting to their own podcast appearance is like the most normal thing that Twitch streamers do. It's probably one of the most normal Twitch-coded things that I have done today. What's abnormal is fucking having the current FTC commissioner immediately after having like a well-celebrated, well-decorated author who has become a controversial figure because of his truthful coverage on Palestine, immediately followed up by having a famous comedian on to cover the news. That's weird. That's not the normal part. Okay? That's the weird part for Twitch. Most people outside of the immediate community look at what I do on a day-to-day basis and go, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Have not confessed. Like, if you haven't gone to confession in a while, which is when you get in that little box with them.
If you miss Easter, you don't go to Mass on Easter or Christmas. I think those are the two you have to be there for. It might just be Easter. It might just be Easter. But yes, I go. I'll go to service on the big ones, the big two.
Yeah, the big two. Easter and Christmas.
Yeah, I'll get my palms. I'll get the little
Like, sorry.
the soot.
He's keeping up to date.
You know?
He's keeping
But
up
if
to
you
date.
don't go to there, if you miss those, that's a big
Dude, I'm
thing.
telling you,
That's a
I'm
big
gonna-
thing to miss.
When I get rich, I'm going to buy that church and I'm going to put a Chuck E. Cheese where it is. I'm going to break
That's
that church
not
down.
a funny thing to say.
Dude, you're now I get why you got denied communion.
What are you, the amazing atheist?
That's
I'm not. I'm agnostic.
debating.
I'm the amazing agnostic that wants to build up the Chuck E. Cheese brand.
Start
Did you know that there's
debating the
still
priest?
600 Chuck E. Cheeses in the United States?
I have not seen one in a very long time.
I don't know. There must be a state where they're just hoarding all of them or something.
It's gotta be the five burner states.
Yeah, the burner
Like
states.
the ones that have the nuclear silos. So they
you think that there's 600 Chuck E. Cheeses in South Dakota?
yeah, they just they have it in the 5 states that are the nuclear silos that are considered the nuclear sponge. Imagine living in fucking Montana and then you see a TikTok where the guy's like, hey, by the way, the American government considers you to be a sponge for nukes. That's why we put the silos there so they don't get so that like the big city centers don't get hit.
I mean, if it makes sense.
No, I get it. Yeah, it's like Wyoming, Montana, Colorado, I think, and then 2 other states that I don't even fucking remember.
They
That's how
get their
bad it
2
is.
senators, but they also get their nukes.
Yeah. Yeah, you're just sitting there. You're like, oh, I love going to Chuck E. Cheese. Why are there like 8 Chuck E. Cheeses in the same mall?
Nukes in my
It's still
backyard.
running on floppy disks.
Yeah.
You gotta type in 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42 every hour.
Yeah, but I
I'll
guess.
say launch.
But yeah, I guess I'm a bit of a sinner or whatever. But you know,
At least
Yeah,
you're
you
not
are.
going to get fucking nuked.
I still think that I choose to live my life in an honorable way. So if there was a spirit or some sort.
Wait, there's a subreddit called Wyoming Doesn't Exist. Map of Chuck E. Cheese locations. Notice what state there are none in. Okay, I just realized that the nuclear sponge states actually have a noticeably smaller Chuck E. Cheese presence. I was dead ass wrong. Okay? I was so wrong. Also, what the fuck is Wyoming doesn't exist? A conspiracy about a state that is unknown to its actual purpose. Why are there 6 people online on the Wyoming doesn't exist subreddit?
Sort of higher entity out there, I think I would be treated somewhat favorably. I think I try to do best in my life. Were
Doesn't
you
matter.
raised religious in any shape or form?
Wikipedia said you were raised Muslim.
I
We
am.
looked at your page.
Yeah, I am.
Oh.
But like not Muslim in the same way that he's Catholic. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Okay, which denomination of Islam?
Sunni.
Sunni. Okay.
Yeah. Most Turks.
Which
are
one is that? Is that the
Sunni.
uncle or the son?
I think it's the son. I don't know. I don't even know.
Because the
I don't know
the whole thing is when Muhammad died, there was like 2 sects
yeah.
that broke off. One was like the son or like grandson or
Yeah.
something of Muhammad, and the other was like the uncle or brother or something
Yeah.
of
That's the
Muhammad.
Shias.
yeah.
But I don't even know. But it's just that's the majority of Turks for the most part are Sunni Muslims.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I liked how you said that.
What?
Sunni?
Sunni. Yeah. That's how you say it.
So how do you say your name accurately?
Hasan, Doğan, Piker.
Hasan?
No kha.
Okay.
Hasan,
Hasan.
Doğan, Piker.
Piker.
I've never cared. Like I know no
Hasan
one's gonna say it
Piker.
right, so it doesn't really matter to me.
Hasan Piker. I feel like Piker is Piker.
Yeah.
Piker is not like an incredibly difficult last name to say.
No, it's not. It's also
And they
one
could
that
just
my
say-
grandfather chose because it was like a surname
Hasan
revolution.
Piker. This is what people would end up saying.
I think the OG last name is Bekirolu, but that's like a very common last name. It means like
Bekirolu?
son of Bekir.
Oh.
And
who is Piker?
I don't know. Some guy. I think the Arabic won't pronounce it. Oh, I'm good. Thank you.
No, you're not.
I drove.
A little bit.
You'd be here for like 3 minutes.
Someone missed me. Someone missed me. Hello. She does uppies so much. All the time. Peer pressure. Yeah, he peer pressured me. And I did drink it. Now that you mentioned that watching your own podcast appearance is normal, I thought you were an egomaniac. Where does Abi come from? Abi means older brother in Turkish. That's what that means. But hey, this is a banger podcast episode. I don't want to watch the whole thing because I want you guys to go watch it. Even Hasan looks small on the couch. I believe Connor now. It was just that it was perspective. Can't surprise you got Luigi Mangione on the posh slap. Was best buds with him after all. Can't believe Chuckle went woke by having Hasan on. Yo, isn't that Hasan's best friend? The Mr. Ted Nivison, the basketball guru, the fashionista of the generation. Hey, let me see the timestamp we stopped at. 24:53. Oh, yeah. Speaking of like the massive statues, imagine a massive Kaya statue. Someone in the chat said that. Don't forget the blessings with the red carpet pigs. Yeah. What is this? I have yet to figure out a sexy way to take it off. I feel
There it is.
continuity purposes, you know?
Yeah, of course. There it is. There it is. Wow.
Yeah, I
I've
take
yet
my
to
shirt
figure out
off. A sexy way to take it off. I feel like people do it and then they look hot while they're doing it.
There's one that I'll never do, but you grab it.
Yeah. What, like that's fake. No one. I've never in my life thought about taking my clothes off like that.
It's just.
Yeah, I get shameless with it. So there's a little teaser for you guys. But on that note, I'm tired. I had a long ass fucking day. I'm gonna go hang out with my family. I'm gonna go spend time with my family.